Well, at this hour, the Muhlenberg women are in action playing Tufts in the first round of the NCAA Division III tournament at Keene University. Tonight's game marks the Mules' third straight tournament appearance, with players aspiring to pick up where they left off last year in the Sweet 16. Leah Cosi caught up with the team just as they were leaving campus yesterday afternoon to get their final thoughts before the big game.
With bags packed and a bus all loaded, reality began to sink in for the Muhlenberg women as they left campus yesterday headed for Union, New Jersey, where they're hoping to get past the first two rounds of the NCAA Division III tournament. First up, Tufts tonight at Keene University.
It's the culmination of our season, so I think we've been looking ahead to this part of our season the whole year, so we're excited and ready to play.
They're definitely a good opponent, and luckily it seems we're a little taller, so hopefully we'll be able to use that to our advantage. We hear they're a strong team, they're a good team. It's NCAA tournament, so everyone's going to be good.
We've seen a few games of them on tape. I think they're very comparable to some of the teams we've played already this year. We've already played 8 games against teams in the tournament, so I think we're used to that caliber competition. They're not that big, they do have good speed, so it should be a good matchup.
Unlike years past, this year Muhlenberg received an at-large berth into the NCAA tournament after a disappointing loss to McDaniel in the Centennial Conference Championship 72-56. A loss many players are trying to put behind them, including Conference Player of the Year Kelly McKeon, who scored her 1,000th career point in the second half.
It was always a goal of mine. I wish we would have won that game. I would have rather scored 0 points and won that game, but you know, it's a little milestone. It's in the past now, so it's I'm ready to move on and get into the NCAA tournament.
We worked really hard last game, just things didn't really go our direction. Shots wouldn't fall necessarily, but before that we were playing great. Our past 3 or 4 games were really good, and I think we're on the uphill.
The Muhlenberg women are anxious to get back to the tournament, having had a taste of the Sweet 16 last year. So despite falling to McDaniel in the conference championship this past weekend, the Lady Mules remain focused on Tufts tonight at 6, with a win advancing them to the second round on Saturday. Being in the tournament last year, making it to the Sweet 16, what was that like, and what are you hoping for this year?
I mean, that was one of our best accomplishments last year. I hope we can do the same thing this year. We're in a really tough pod, so you know, hopefully we can just focus on Friday's game, and then if we win, we'll focus on Saturday's game.
We're hoping to go farther than that, but then again, we're just going to take it one game at a time, get the first win first.
This is our 4th NCAA tournament in 5 years, so some of the upperclassmen are old hat at this, and this is why they work hard all summer, is get to these games.
Being in the Sweet 16 last year, I know the girls are probably have their sights set on getting right back there. What was that experience like for them?
Well, I think it showed them that they're comparable to just about any team in the country. Being able to beat teams like the Sales and Moravian again this year showed us that. So I think there's less of a sense of awe this year going to the tournament as there has been in past years. There's more of a sense that we belong, teams have to beat us. So I think there's a greater comfort level for our team.
If the Mules advance to the second round, they'll play either Keene or Penn State Berks on Saturday at 8 o'clock. At Muhlenberg College, Leah Cosi, 2 Sports.